Welcome back to 6th grade math. Today is the second video over the coordinate plane. Our goals for this video are to name ordered pairs for points with rational number coordinates and also graph points where ordered pairs contain rational number coordinates. Before we get started, let's make sure you know how to find and name coordinates of a point. So remember that your ordered pairs, the first is X, the second is Y. And depending on whether they go left or right, for X determines positive or negative, up or down determines positive or negative for Y. So from the origin to get to G, I have to go right or left first. So I'm going to go right 2 spaces. Therefore, my X value is positive 2. And then to go from there, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, my Y value is negative 5. So G is located at positive 2, negative 5. So let's think about this in real world terms. Imagine you place a grid over a map in a town, okay? Will every building and landmark nicely fall at integer coordinates, positive coordinates? Not likely. Most places will probably be located between 2 integers, like, for instance, B, C, and A. Nothing is located at a perfect whole integer location, okay? So consider this grid where Amelia, Britta, and Cruz plotted their homes with points A, B, and C. Name their locations. So can you just estimate where you think Amelia, Britta, and Cruz are located? So let's look at Amelia first, A. Amelia, you go right, so it is going to be positive, but it's not even to positive 1. It's going to be between 0 and 1. I would say about 0.5. And then you go down to exactly negative 2. So I would say Amelia would be located at positive 0.5 and negative 2. Okay. Britta, you go right again, but not even halfway from 0 and 1. So I would say Britta is probably at 0.25, and then you go up. So 0.25. You could also say that Amelia is at 0.50, if that helps your brain kind of distinguish the difference between the two. And then again, Britta is up to positive 3. Okay? And then Cruz, you go left, negative 1, negative 2, past negative 2. So between negative 2 and negative 3. And I would say halfway might be like right here. So we could say maybe Cruz is negative 2.25. And then you actually don't go up or down for Cruz. So the second value for Cruz is just 0. Okay. And again, estimating, choosing the best number is all I ask you to do. So let's plot these ordered pairs A, B, and C. Looking at your axes, they do label the positive and negative integers. Between them, 1, 2, 3, there are 3 tick marks between 4 sections. So they're in increments of 0.25. Okay, so A is negative 0.5. You can see A here. And then down 0.25. So they did A for us. Let's go ahead and do B. B, it would be left 2.5. So left to negative 1, left negative 2. I did not mean to make that little mark. And 2.5 is going to be halfway between negative 2 and negative 3. So I'm starting here. I'm going to erase that little dot, but I was just kind of marking where my brain should be looking. And then now I'm going to go up to 1.5. So 1 is here. And then halfway between 1 and 2 would be right there. If you need to make little marks on your grid to help you see, okay, where should these cross, that might help you, and that's totally okay. So this is B. And then C is going to be right 0.25. Half would be here, so 0.25 is here. And then up halfway. So this is 0.25 positive. 0.5 would be here. So where they cross is right here. And I would label that C. Excuse me. Okay. Go ahead and pause this video and see if you can figure out the coordinates of A through E. So let's look to see, okay, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time, these are actually in fifths. 1/5, 2 fifths, 3/5, 4/5, and then 1 whole would be 5/5. So A is going to be at 1 1/5, 1 2/5. So 1 2/5 is your X value, and then you go up from there, and you almost get to 1 whole. So that's 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. So A is at 1 2/5, comma 4/5. If you haven't tried B yet, go ahead and pause the video and give it a try. So B, you go left to -1 and go 1 space more. So that is -1 1/5. And then you go down 1, 2, 3 sections. So that is represented as -3/5. And don't forget those negatives for the X and the Y value. C, you go left 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. So -3/5. And then you go up 1, 2, so you go up to 1, and then you go 1 more. So that's +1 1/5. Okay. D, you go right to 1 and 1 pass, so that's +1 1/5. But then you go down 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. So -3/5. And E, I go right. I'm almost to 1, but I'm back 1. Okay, so that's 4/5, so +4/5. And then I go up past 1, 1/5, 2/5. So 1 whole and 2/5. Very good job. Okay, practice problem 2. Go ahead and pause the video and give it a try. The Williams family lives 3 blocks east and 2 blocks north of the Smith family. The Smith family lives at -4, 1.5. Graph 2 points to show of the location, the Smith family, and the location of the Williams family on the coordinate grid. Let's graph the Smith family first. So I'm going to be going left to -4 and then up to 1.5. So here is where the Smith family lives. The Williams family, okay, let's think about our coordinates. If we're talking about direction, north, south, east, west. So they live 3 blocks east, okay? So 1 block would be at -3, another block would be -2, another block would be -1. So that is 3 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we go 3 blocks east, but then we have to go 2 blocks north. So 1.5, one more would be 2.5, and another one would be 3.5. So the Williams family lives at -1 and 3.5. Okay. Before you leave, make sure you can name ordered pairs for points with rational number coordinates, and also graph points whose ordered pairs contain rational number coordinates. Thanks for watching.